Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is Saturday, November the 10th, 2012. This is episode number 85 of Timberwolves Explosion. I'm your host, Paladino Joey, and I'm with Marcus the Forecaster. Yet again, we have returned to the airwaves yet again. Welcome aboard, Mr. Forecaster.
Thank you for having me again.
Oh yeah, of course. We're ready to rock and roll. We just witnessed the second loss of the season for the Timberwolves against the hated Chicago Bulls. Yeah, not quite as depressing as the last preseason game against the Bulls, but same result, unfortunately.
Yeah.
87-80 defeat. So we're going to talk about the last few Wolves games, but also we're going to delve into, or before that anyway, we're going to delve into other NBA news, because there's always something to talk about in the NBA as well, isn't there? Seems like every other day there's something breaking, some type of news. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? What team do you think it's related to yet again? What is it?
The Lakers.
It's always the Lakers, isn't it? It's always the Lakers.
We knew something was coming with that, but I didn't think it was going to be so soon.
It happened again. Yep. Mike Brown is, well, he's on his way out already. We kind of knew it was a mistake. Almost immediately, it's like, well, I don't know. It's like, why did they hire him in the first place?
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not even saying he's this terrible coach, but he's just not. He's not a Lakers coach. That's the problem. But real quick though, before we delve into the actual news, Timberwolves Explosion is available on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. I thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. It is a great pleasure for us to be a part of your day, week, or whatever. It is wonderful. Real quick, also, of course, this show available being on iTunes and all that good stuff. But if you don't happen to have an iPod or anything like that, like the expensive iPod, all that Apple stuff is expensive at times. But for some reason you happen to be, toting an Android phone. There's also another application you can use that mirrors iTunes, so everything on iTunes can be downloaded on that same application. It's Double Twist. And of course, no, they're not a sponsor or anything. It's just letting you know if you have an Android phone, you can still listen to Timberwolves Explosion via Double Twist. So simply go to that Google Play, Google Store, whatever they call it, Double Twist, hit the podcast button, and look up Timberwolves Explosion. Or the Purple Mafia Show for some Minnesota Vikings action. Yeah. So there you go. Well, one other quick news before we actually get into the NBA stuff. We've announced a little affiliation. Yes, sir. We have a new affiliate. Of course, we're still at thesportstuff.com. That is our flagship website. But now, Howlin' T-Wolf. That's right. We are welcoming Howlin' T-Wolf to the Timberwolves Explosion family. So thank you very much, Jonah, the main guy over there. We had a little conversation about it via email, of course, over the last week. And apparently now, Timberwolves Explosion has a link on Howlin' T-Wolf. We appreciate that very, very much, Jonah. And hello, just in case it's the first time listening, actually, to the show. They were following us on Twitter for a while on at Wolves Explosion. So I figured, hey, let's affiliate, and it's not just because of that. I mean, I like the website an awful lot. They provide some really nice articles. It updates very frequently. I think that's that's important to me that they update their page frequently. They're active on it. So yes, Jonah Steinmeier, Tom Westerholm, and Derek James, the three main guys over there on Howlin' T-Wolf. Very, very cool to be a part of things on their website. Hopefully we can have a nice budding relationship here with these guys.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So thanks again, and we'll be in touch. Continuing, so yes, do check out HowlinTWolf.com. Wonderful articles to get to very frequently, game-by-game updates. Very cool indeed. Season previews and all that stuff way back at the beginning. Kind of like stuff we like to do. It's similar to Timberwolves Explosion, so why not? It's like a blog, right?
Yeah.
You're like, no, actually, no. Yes, sir. So now we get to the Facebook page for Timberwolves Explosion. It's not Facebook.com/Timberwolves Explosion yet for some reason. I don't know if the rules are changing, but we need more Need more likes on there. Yeah, forecaster noticing a little bit more Johnny Flynn stuff. Yeah, there's always going to be something about Johnny Flynn. We just love talking about this son of a gun, don't we?
Yeah, he just won't go away.
He just won't go away, will he? But yeah, so to get to the Facebook page for Timberwolves Explosion, go into the search bar. Timberwolves Explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves. That's what you got to type in. So I guess we'll just talk about it really briefly. I guess Johnny Flynn has an out clause in the Australian contract because, just in case he blows up over there, in case somebody starts calling, he can come back. He can say, you know what, it's been nice. Thank you for the boost. We got them Timberwolves calling because, that Berea guy is kind of hurt.
We miss him. We miss him.
Oh, yeah, we do, don't we? We miss the smile. It's just wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't have anyone like that anymore since Wesley left.
No. Oh, it never ends.
And we need that to lift the team around.
Those Syracuse guys like to smile, huh? Everybody except Carmelo Anthony, apparently. He's the only one that doesn't smile. It's berserk, isn't it? It's just too much, isn't it? Oh, boy. Jules Postorino chimed in recently about that, saying, "Oh no, my local team has just signed the magnificent, smiling ex-Wolf Johnny Flynn." Comments? Yeah, what do you think, huh? What do you think of him going to OC?
I don't know what they're doing. What are they trying to? They could have picked up anyone. I don't know what they think they're going to get from him.
They're going to get a lot of revenue from Skittles and stuff over there because he likes his Skittles. He likes, or actually that's Beasley, but he likes, but he's a candy freak though. I know that much. He is a candy freak. He talked about that on the air. Good stuff. Oh boy. Sebastian Ball's chiming in several times here. I believe this is where we'll start. Actually, I think keep bouncing. Yeah, nope. We'll start with Sebastian, I believe. Yeah, there it is. He says pumped a little for the season to get into full swing, probably because no NHL. Yeah, because Sebastian is an NHL fan and obviously NFL. He's very much in touch with the Purple Mafia show, Minnesota Vikings podcast, of course, that somebody very familiar to this show hosts. Some very similar voice to mine. No, actually, yeah, I do the show. Anyhow, he says, yeah, because there's no NHL, this can do me a favor. He's asking me to do him a favor. Make a shout out to a new listener I showed the show to. Her name is Lisa Stewart from Minneapolis Business College. She is the person who gave me the tour and helped me fill out an application. So just a little shout out to her would be fantastic. Thanks. So yes, a shout out to Lisa Stewart. Hello. Hello, Lisa. And welcome to the Timberwolves Explosion Show. Hope you enjoy it. It is good times indeed. And, Sebastian was chiming in. After the Sacramento game, he says, "What a game, ha, sign for things to come." Well, it ended up being more positive than we thought. That Sacramento game wasn't as, we didn't really get the feeling the Wolves were going to be blowing up too much after that.
Yeah.
But they're doing better than we expected. Sebastian again timing in about how the Lakers are winless. He got it like that.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah, I had no idea that they'll be that bad. This bad.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. It's really been a disaster. So that kind of brings us back to where we were. So we're going to kind of bounce around because of the comments kind of, chronological all over the place here. So yes, we're nothing more to add on the Johnny Flynn thing other than, well, I guess, who knows? He's got a chance to blow up, I guess, over there, but I doubt it. He couldn't even make Detroit. He couldn't stick with Portland. He didn't stick with Houston. I mean, he's been on 5 teams in 6 months now.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's been pretty crazy. So, yeah, what about this Mike Brown guy? I mean, we kind of knew. We kind of knew coming in that it just wasn't going to work, did we? We just kind of knew it wasn't going to work out, did we? Once Mike Brown...
Yeah, everyone knew that. It was just a matter of time. But you would think that I guess he doesn't have any common sense. But you would think that coach will watch ESPN every once in a while, and if you hear, Shaq, Charles, say how bad it is, how bad the team looks, and you'll say, "Wow, my job is on the line, and I could be fired any day now. Maybe I should switch things up."
Princeton.
Nope.
No, they didn't switch anything.
Yeah.
He didn't. Yeah, that Princeton offense, you could tell it was like a disaster.
Yeah, I think
it really was.
We're going to point the blame. Because, I wouldn't be the first one to go,
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it works. Especially in a situation like that where you bring in all these stars.
Yeah.
You can't start one in whatever it was, like 1-4. Yeah. I mean, you can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know why he tried to force that. I mean, obviously, your job's on the line. You're getting fired. You can just see it coming. At least try to save a job and say, you know what? I am using everybody on my team wrong. They're not happy. We're losing. I'm not going to force this. Especially not with this team. If this was Washington, sooner or later we'll get it. But the fans are expecting way too much out of that Lakers team.
Oh God, yeah.
In order for him to not change things.
It didn't make much sense.
Yeah.
It really didn't make much sense, and really the hiring didn't make much sense in the first place.
Yeah.
It didn't work with LeBron, for Pete's sake. Not that LeBron is necessarily like Michael Jordan or anything, demanding the ball and hitting clutch shots, but still.
If you're a coach and you had problems the season before, bring in Nash, use his strengths. Use his players to the strengths. Don't
that drives
put them
me
in a system that doesn't work for them.
Yeah, that drives me nuts when you force a system on a guy, especially an established guy, that clearly doesn't match. Yet you continue to force it. You refuse to change it. And then apparently they were thinking about finally getting rid of it. Oh, but sorry, he's gone anyway.
It kind of reminds us of a certain coach that we had not too long ago.
Yeah, Kurt Rambis. Could that be it? Yeah, I mean, obviously, Johnny Flynn, it turns out he was just a bust anyway, but still, if you had any hope of utilizing Johnny Flynn, it was out the window immediately once the triangle came in with Johnny Flynn. It's like, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a hopeless idea. And, of course, the combination is when it's all young players, it doesn't work. You need older guys, and your best player needs to be a shooting guard for the triangle, and you need to have at least a decent center or power forward to be successful in it. And you need a lot of those spot-up shooter types like the Steve Kerrs, Rick Foxes. Even Devin George was good in it.
Yeah.
Guys like that. Of course, Derek Fisher. Who could forget? You need a point guard that can hit shots. Luke, you would have thought it would have worked a little bit with Luke, but unfortunately we know what he's like.
Yeah. Yeah, but Mike Brown, as soon as he decided to take the ball out of Nash's hands,
he
should have known that his job was in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm. If you take the ball out of Nash's hands, you might as well just say, well, we didn't need Nash, did we?
Yeah.
Why did you bring in Steve Nash and then take the ball out of his hands? It's not right. There's no logic to that, is there?
No, there's none.
There's no logic. Okay, sorry.
That's why I don't feel bad for him at all.
No, it didn't make any sense. I remember last year, I just have to bring this up real briefly because it made me laugh really hard. We just randomly turned on the game one time during last season, and there's Mike Brown's face, because it's some Laker game, right? A live Laker game, and you're like, he's useless.
Yeah. Kobe knew it.
Yeah, he's useless. Yeah,
I don't know if any of the listeners caught the stare down, that death stare that Kobe gave Mike Brown.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Jefferson at work, my trainer at work, also told me about that too. He gave him the Jordan wink practically.
Yeah, Kobe was like, "You gotta go, you gotta go."
Oh man, I
just can't figure out what he was thinking. Was it like, "Oh, I'm not going to cater to these guys"? Then he play within the confines of the system.
Mm-hmm. A little Brad Childress, right there, huh? Job, stay in the confines of the system. You can't give the ball to the other team. You just can't do that. It's like, Boyd Childress threw Brett Favre under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a sign of a not so good to bad coach.
I mean, if you cater to them, you win games. Mm-hmm. If you play to their strengths, you're going to call it catering, or I just don't. Hey, it's his fault.
Yeah.
Anyone could have said, "Hey, why isn't the ball in Nash's hands?" Steve Nash.
Yeah,
we're playing this half court game.
It's like you have this incredible, missile launcher or something, but we're not going to use missiles. It's like, you're bragging about this. You bring in this, spend like $1 billion on this missile launcher, and we're not going to use missiles. It's like, wait, what? Why'd you bring it in here for again? What'd you do that for? That's kind of what that's like. Not to relate it to that type of thing, but just saying. I mean, Nash is a weapon, and if you're not going to use the weapon, you're going to take the ability to use that weapon to its fullest. What's the point? It's like you might as well have what's his face, Stephen Blake as the starting point guard. Then I mean, what's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Really, Stephen Blake will hit a 3 here and there, and that's about it. Occasionally decent pass, but Mike Brown. Yep. I think as funny as it sounds, he's not the worst coach ever, but obviously he's about as worst fit as you're going to have with the LA Lakers.
I mean, I say he's the worst coach.
You do?
I mean, even right now, Whitman has a job.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Just thinking about that makes us sick.
Yeah, I mean, if you get players, and the average bandwagon fan knows his strengths. Just you don't go do the opposite. Hey, we're not gonna utilize you, Nash. We're gonna take the ball out of your hands, and whatever lobs fans thought you were gonna give Dwight, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, that's funny.
Use your players.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah,
you have to use your players. You do.
If we get JaVale McGee, we're not going to make him a spot-up shooter.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. No, or I can't even think of now. Somebody like Hacka Evans or something. Here we go. We're going to have him be a free throw guy. No, okay, that doesn't make sense.
Wesley Johnson, we're not going to say, okay, we want you to take the ball up court, dribble.
Be a point guard? Yes. Yeah. And then there it goes into the third row. And then there's the smile.
Day after day. And try to convince guys that you gotta, go with the plan. It was gonna work sooner or later.
It's gonna have to. Yeah. It was funny how Nash was kind of like saying, it's gonna work sooner or later, I guess.
Oh yeah, Nash wants nothing to do with that type of questioning.
You could tell he was kind of. Yeah, he looked like he was like, I really don't want to talk about this. Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah, actually, he was like, I see what you're trying to do. I'm not gonna answer that.
Yeah, didn't he say that?
Yeah,
I think he did say that.
Yeah.
He did. That's the funny part. It was a game late last week, something. I can't remember who, but and they were getting beat again, every other game.
Yeah.
Was it a Clipper game? Yeah, something like that. That's a game you don't want to lose. By the way, the game against the Clippers. It's not even. They're not even the cross-town rival. They're the cross-arena rival. That's how close of a rival they are. In the same arena. Same, just a little different locker room. That's about it.
Yeah, you do not want your fan base going to the little brothers.
The other side, yes.
Yeah,
they joined the dark side. Okay, sorry.
You don't want that, and that's what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. It's you got to think there's a little bit of that going on.
Yeah, but Nash knew. He knew that wasn't working at all.
Mm-mm.
He couldn't say it outright, but he gave that little hint. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
I agree with you, but I can't say it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, is it? Well, at least in his eyes, it wasn't worth it. To us, to us that like to talk about stuff.
No, what was he thinking? Probably not, but
well, it's a big giant essay. Nash is like, going on and on. That'd be funny. But that's not in Nash's blood. I don't think to throw people under the bus.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
It seems more like a Chris Paul to do something like that. Chris Paul would do something like that. So, now that we've been talking about this whole Mike Brown thing, let's give the fan base, the listeners, and, of course, NBA fans out there, a chance to give their voice their opinion. Vince, I kept calling him Vince Germano. I'm pretty sure it's Vince Germano, and I apologize, buddy. Of course, from the Courtside Podcast, him and Hank McCoy. Awesome show, the Courtside Podcast. Very cool. Always recommend it. They like to talk everything NBA, basically. Of course, Vince Germano, being a Laker fan, saying, "Wow, what the hell?" when I first posted it, because I have the NBA League Pass on my Android phone, and it was just like, boom, I got a notification. It just said Mike Brown fired as Lakers coach. So it's like, yeah, I got to get this on Facebook and Twitter now, and so I could get as much reaction as possible, so we can talk about it here. So, yep, Vince saying that. Lucas Quayle jumping in saying, "Wow, way too soon." Figures it was only 5 games into the season. Yeah, but at the same time, I guess it's like
they had to do something. The way Kobe was looking, if they were kind of consistent, played bad, but the team was going downhill. They had to make a move. They couldn't have waited.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah,
it was just one of those type of. It didn't. Yeah, it's a serious situation. They're trying to win a title. They bring in the best center in the league, and regardless of opinions about him, I guess he still is.
Yeah, because that last game, that was horrible.
It's ugly.
Oh, the only thing I wish is that we had a chance to play them during this.
Yeah, damn it! Now we're screwed. See?
Yeah.
See, because they'll have their new big name guy, which there's one of two guys. Has got to be one of two.
Yeah.
It's going to be Coach Pringles or Coach Zen, I think.
I think it's Sloan.
Oh, be that guy, yeah.
I don't think Pringles,
Tough Sloan?
Mr. Pringles will be welcome there.
Mr. Pringles, yes. I love that name. And yeah, the guys on the crossover talk about that a lot too, because the Knicks, P. Mac of the crossover, gotta like that. Anyways, they call him Coach Pringles. And and you cited that as well, but so because he looks like it. He should be on the Pringles box, shouldn't he? I just love it. Vince Germano continuing saying, "God, no, not Bernie Bickerstaff. Kill me now." Because, that's the interim.
Yeah.
Because he was afraid that could possibly be maybe like a Randy Whitman deal where his interim / temp to hire type situation like Whitman was at the Wizards. Oh.
Well, I think for now, until they get a decent coach, Kobe's been playing far too long. He's like Michael.
Yeah.
He can basically coach a team until they hire a Phil.
Yeah, which is probably where we're headed, I'm thinking.
Yeah, so I don't think Bickerstaff can say something, but I think Kobe's going to pretty much say, I got this. Let us play our game. Teach the other guys what we can do. Dwight, you'll get your shots.
Hopefully.
Blake,
no.
Everybody, let's go.
Yeah. Yep. They're going to try to do what they can with what they have.
Yeah.
And they kicked the Warriors' butt in their first little game there. They just obliterated them, and it's probably because Mike Brown's gone. That's probably what they're doing.
They're playing their game now.
Yeah, they're not like they don't have a ball and chain on their ankles.
Yeah.
Germano continuing, that being Vince, of course. I should just call him Vince. That sounds better. Instead of saying people's last name. He says, interim only, thank God. We'll coach 1 or 2 games. Still too many, LOL. I got like that. Vince continuing saying, my gut says it's Sloan, hope it's Phil. So he's kind of in your direction that you think could be Sloan. That would be kind of cool, actually. Jerry Sloan in L.A., it sounds strange because he's so... I don't know. He's so kind of Utah, isn't he?
Yeah.
He sounds like somebody that would go to, if he went somewhere, it'd be like Memphis or something like that. Doesn't he?
Yeah.
L.A., wow.
If it's Sloan, I think, Nashville's going to get beat up on all these picks he's going to have to do.
Mm-hmm. If it's Sloan. Yeah, that's right. Because the pick and roll, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I suppose, though, Nashville's the closest thing to Stockton in the last 15 years.
Yeah, but
he's a Stockton.
The leg injury, he's not getting younger.
Yeah, he's ancient. He is pretty old. He's like 38, isn't he? 37. So, it's getting interesting. Hoops Hype was chiming in on Twitter, like they like to do, like to break news and spread rumors, saying, they're really trying to get Phil Jackson there. They're trying to get Phil Jackson. Yeah. At age 70, there's still a chance that he would be such a short term, I think. But I guess maybe for Kobe's potentially last 2 years, that might be okay. But then eventually they'll have to go in a completely new direction with Dwight Howard as the main focus there. Vince Germano saying woo-hoo about the possibility of getting Phil. He says,
actually, I'll be surprised if if Kobe even stays there for too long.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be 2 more years. Like, this is one of the two, unfortunately, for Laker fans. Vince finishing up saying Fit is out for those rings. Of what happens, Phil will use Meeks and Duhan and Jameson properly. So there you go. So that's the thing. Yeah, people will get used properly. Of course, with Phil Jackson, he could pretty much, as long as it's not like the Wolves of like 3-4 years ago when they didn't have hardly anything.
Yeah.
I mean, even Phil wouldn't succeed with that team, but when it's a decent group of players put together, you got to think it's going to be utilized correctly. And Phil, granted, I guess the 2004 Lakers, they got to the finals, but it blew up. Detroit kind of manhandled them. That was interesting. So, the 2 finalists, according to like everybody, and it could change. Maybe it will be Sloan, but a lot of people are assuming it's going to be Phil Jackson or Mike D'Antoni. So, but Sloan has got to be in there. They even mentioned Nate McMillan as a distant possibility, but I don't think anybody is assuming McMillan would be the answer. I didn't like the way the Blazers played. Talk about restricted. Like they were at the bottom of the league in fast break points.
Yeah.
I don't think that's LA style at all. Is it?
No, it's not.
It's just kind of like a stay at home, kind of just bring the ball up the court as slow as possible. McMillan, I thought he was going to do better, but he just didn't. He was good when Seattle had Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis, because that works. So with that type of team, if you have good shooters, So I guess that's about it for Laker talk. Sorry if we talk too much Lakers, but they tend to be in the news a little bit, and it's a big story. That's a pretty significant story when the Lakers fire their coach as quickly as possible the way they did. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll get back to some of the other posts here by Sebastian. He was just talking about the Nets game, which is good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Nets game when the Wolves were getting, the crap beat out of them, and they won. Yeah. So as of right now, the Wolves are 4-2. As we kind of gradually slide into to the team at hand, the home team, which is part of the title of this show, the title of this entire podcast as it goes. Timberwolves defeat Sacramento on Friday the 2nd of November, 92-80. Yeah. But a lot of people wondering, we beat the Kings, but so what? The Kings aren't that good, are they? DeMarcus Cousins is, not that good either. So you begin to wonder what the deal is with the... You begin to wonder what the deal is with the Wolves at this point. But the guy who looked really good for the second year in a row in the season opener was Barea.
Yeah,
Barea.
He was a surprise for me.
Yeah,
I thought he was a liability for sure.
Yeah, he'd been a liability forever. He was excellent again, just like last year. And the facilitator, that's his nickname. We know who the facilitator is.
That's what he should have been in the first place.
Who's that?
Because he was just looking to score for himself most of the time. Mm-hmm. Now it's, he knows when to pass, when not to, and when to score.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff. It is. You got to like what you can see out of Barea so far. And the most important part about what we saw Barea, what is it? What do you like to see out of Barea if he's going to try to score? Do you like to see him shoot or penetrate?
Yeah, that's what he does, yeah.
Penetrate. Yeah. When he goes underneath, he's great. But when he's forcing up jump shots...
Yeah, you don't want
pack a lunch, right? It's going to be a long night. Long night. Right?
Yeah.
He kills us. But the true facilitator on the Timberwolves is the shooting guard. The guy that a lot of people that he used to be the clutch shooter in the league and the closer and all that stuff. He's become the facilitator, to be honest, with this team.
Yeah.
And he's not bad at it, is he?
Very smart.
Yeah, he's the Sam Mitchell.
And even though his field goal percentage isn't that great.
No.
I mean, if he misses a shot, you can kind of understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's been gone for a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take him a month, a month or more for him to get his form back.
Yeah.
So you can forgive him, but and plus he does other things great.
Intangibles.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, not necessarily on defense, but he can keep the offense. He can keep the IQ up.
Yeah.
A lot like Sam Mitchell did in the past with the Timberwolves. It seemed like every time Sam Mitchell stepped on the floor, everybody's IQ was up about 20 points. Brandon Roy, same thing. He doesn't necessarily have to be that stud that he used to be. He maybe once in a while he will be, and I would be very happy if he could. I would love it. Honest to God, I would just I would be thrilled to see him. I would be thrilled to see him blow up as a. Well, not blow up. What am I saying? Well, yeah, once in a while maybe he will blow up and have a good game at the shooting guard spot. But yeah, I don't think he's even made a 3-pointer yet in regulation this year, has he? I don't think he has. Unfortunately, he did not play tonight.
He made one.
Huh?
He made one.
Did he? Let's check to make absolute sure he has not. No. Nope. He is over. He is over like 99. No, I'm kidding. It's yeah. He was over 5 in that first game. Remember, he was kind of Martell-like. Huh?
Well, just a long 2-pointer.
Yeah, he's been very Martell Webster like with those open threes, just clang, clang, clang. Like they look like they're going to go in. But, he must have had about 11 of them roll out.
Yeah.
Like out of these, like none of them have been ugly.
Yeah,
you're not seeing these air balls or these, Derek Williams type shots or anything. Right? Bounce off the side of the backboard or the bottom of the rim or whatever. But they just haven't gone in. And like I said long ago on a show maybe 2 years ago, the object of the game, the ball is supposed to go in the basket, and it didn't go in. It just didn't. Oh, Brandon Roy. But hey, 6 assists in the season opener. He's been averaging about 5 a game, 4 a game. That's not bad. He had 9. I forget who it is. I think it's the Orlando game. That was about as fun to watch as that was not a very fun game to watch, but we won. And the Sacramento game, it wasn't the funnest thing to watch, but again, we won. Sacramento just isn't that good. They made a little run midway of the game, made us start to wonder, like, what's going on here? Third quarter especially, but the fourth quarter, Wolves took over. DeMarcus Cousins, yuck. Guy has no IQ. No IQ. I mean, he'll, like, hack somebody and then act like, what? What did I do? Everybody always picks on me, Yeah. Isn't that what he's acting?
I see him as a Beasley type.
Beasley, the Beast, yeah. Yeah, the kind of guy you think is going to be awesome, and he's just not, right?
Yeah.
He's just not. And Tyreek Evans, I don't think we didn't. I'm pretty sure we didn't bring this up because it's in a couple of weeks. Tyreek, yeah, that's another guy. He might have to be a Beasley type. Well, he was 3 of 14 in that season opener.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
What happened? He's similar to O.J. Mayo also. Awesome rookie year.
Yeah. And
then every year after, a little bit worse. And ladies and gentlemen, the rookie of the year for the 2010, 2009, 2010 season has his 4th year was declined, ladies and gentlemen. Declined. He is a free agent. I don't know when the last time that's happened, where the rookie of the year doesn't even get out of his rookie contract, ladies and gentlemen. That is insane.
He might need a change of scenery, just like Mayo.
Yeah, it's probably, and it's definitely headed that way.
Yeah, I think once Thornton got going, that's when Evans, got his minutes cut.
That's the beginning of the end for him. I mean, Mr. Thornton, he is Marcus Thornton, that is. Former Hornet, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he is. He's, if anything, he can shoot. He didn't shoot well in that particular game. He still wound up with 15 points. But Tyreek Evans, I've never liked his shot selection, even when he was Rookie of the Year. That's the one thing. He's a little bit Rashad McCants meets Isaiah Ryder, like, kind of out there a little bit.
I saw him as a taller Berea.
Ooh. Well, there you go.
They basically do the same thing.
Yeah, just gun, and like screw this. I am not passing the ball. I'm not passing. Forget it.
Yep.
Though occasionally he'll make a really nice pass. Tyreek anyway. Berea rarely. Well, yeah, Berea occasionally the same thing actually. Yeah. So there you go. He's a taller. Yeah, I guess so. Taller, much more athletic version of Berea. Because Tyreek is pretty damn athletic, honestly. As is DeMarcus Cousins. Weird to see a guy named Isaiah Thomas out there. Yeah. He's pretty good.
Yeah, when I first heard him, I was like, what is Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, and he's pretty good. He was there, obviously, last year, too. He's a spark plug. I like him, actually.
Yeah.
I don't love him, but I like him.
Yeah.
I'd take him over Barea. Okay, I didn't say that. He's a better shooter than Barea.
Healthier?
And he's healthier. Barea gets hurt a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, the poor guy had a concussion. Head kind of went kaboom on
and another freak accident.
Yeah.
Recently.
And those have been kind of happening frequently lately. Steve Nash in the season opener banged his knee. I forget who it was, but he had a hairline fracture, I believe. Yeah, there's a lot going on Twitter right now, too. Probably because of guys like Chase Budinger. Yeah, we'll get to that shortly. Though I'll just say this really quick, of course, as of tonight's game, he has a twisted knee. We'll see if we're just waiting for any type of update on the fly. Yep, it is getting it's getting interesting. Looks like Wesley Matthews also hurt tonight with a back injury. It's just it's not the lockout season, but boy, people are getting hurt a lot, aren't they?
Yeah. Especially on our team.
Especially on our team. Yeah, the season opener, Alexei Shved was not much of a factor, but boy, as we move on further and further into
he is now.
He's getting you can tell he's gonna have a successful career in this league. But guys, it's almost like we should just brush things with a broad stroke rather than do game reviews, honestly. But Steamsma shot blocking machine, 4 blocks in that first game, looks great. He really does. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, preseason, I thought he would have been a bust.
Yeah,
just waste of a contract.
Where now it's like he's a steal.
Yeah,
he's a steal. He can play. He can absolutely play. He's got a little bit of a mid-range shot, but he's the shot blocking center this team has needed since inaugural season.
Yeah, I wish he would have
89
more minutes tonight.
Yeah, that was really irritating. Honest to God.
We definitely needed his shot blocking and defensive skills.
Oh, that was so frustrating. God almighty, wasn't it, though?
Yeah. I thought he fouled out at first. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why isn't he on the floor?
What's the deal with that? Yeah, we're wondering. We really are. We really are. Steamsma did stand out big time in that game. Pekovic did not. Pekovic got in foul trouble early and often, and well, it's not even that he got in foul trouble. He just wasn't that effective in that season opener. I don't know about Pekovic. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, so we're going to slide on to the next game here. Budinger, yeah. A lot of guys struggled shooting in that game, but it wasn't so. But the Wolves won anyway because Sacramento's just not that good. Timberwolves then lose on the 4th of November, Sunday the 4th of November, 105-86, in a virtually unwatchable game against Toronto. My guy, Kyle Lowry, tore up and blended, put in a blender, Luke Ridnour, in a big way. Roy had easily his worst game as a Timberwolf. I mean, he was terrible. No assists, 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
Score. It was a turnover party for the Toronto Raptors. 24 turnovers by the Wolves. Toronto, though I don't think the Wolves have ever won in Toronto. In fact, I know they haven't, but it's just been an absolute joke.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan tore him up too. Yep.
Yeah, as soon as you figure, okay, DeRozan, he's tearing up Roy.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, you got Roy trying to stop DeRozan.
Yeah.
I just understand Malcolm Lee was available. I'd rather have Malcolm. Okay.
Play a little bit.
Yeah.
Jeez. Put him in a little bit.
Yeah, Malcolm at least slow him down.
He only got 4 minutes in that game.
Yeah.
Did Malcolm. What the heck? Yeah, Conroy got more minutes than Malcolm Lee. That's kind of a bummer. Conroy, of course, kept on.
And it was garbage time when they got in.
Yeah, by the time Lee got in, it was that final little we're down by 20. Just get in there and fill out the minutes and nobody twists an ankle trying to get a rebound.
Yeah, Lee and Lou came in. Not garbage time. But, yeah, again, it was just like, okay, Roy, he was in there for almost 33 minutes.
Yeah,
so
what the heck?
It wasn't doing anything.
Oh, Roy? Oh,
Yeah.
like 22. But still,
me,
yeah, you're looking at Ridnour, but that's okay. Still, though, yeah, Roy was...
For far too long.
And I should say this is the game that I could see it. We didn't really see it as much in the first, in the game against Sacramento, but there's like an expression on Roy's face very frequently that he just kind of has this look like either he's extremely tired or he's got an ache.
Yeah.
Like maybe the same knees that have been bugging him for a while now, for a couple of years.
I think it was more of like a... I mean, it wasn't a Mike Miller grimace.
Yeah, it was more like an ache, just kind of like a chronic pain type of look.
Yeah.
Like, man,
like something that's constant.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like me mowing lawns with ankles that are really sore. You know, that type of thing. Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, I hope that's not already flaring up. That wouldn't surprise me, I hate to say. A lot of people are wondering. That's the mystery. Is Roy telling the truth? Just like the presidential debates. Who's telling the truth here? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Is Roy telling the truth? Now the shooting guard over here, he has chronic knee problems. It's not true. It's not true. You know, that's just kind of like back and forth, you know. Are his knees bugging him or not? I mean, I hope he's telling the truth, but... Oh, man, yeah. Just checking out a little live scores here. Yeah, we'll probably get into some NBA roundup, because I know Mr. Forecaster likes to do his forecasting that way. Yeah. He likes to forecast things. That's what we're all about here on Timberwolves Explosion. This might be a bit longer than the previous show, because this is a lot to cover. We haven't been on for a couple of weeks here, and there's just encyclopedia of NBA action and, of course, Timberwolves action as well. So, yeah, we'll probably do a little bit NBA random roundup like we did last show. That was kind of fun. I actually enjoyed it. Shved saw his first serious action against Toronto. Yeah. The first serious NBA action, we'll say, against Toronto. And, yeah, I know that was the beginning of what looks to be a promising career for the multi-talented Russian shooting guard.
Yeah, getting his confidence up.
He is confident now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like a girl anymore because he got rid of that hair and now he looks more like Tony Kukoc.
Oh, no, he spent way too much time trying to fix it.
Yeah, he looked too much like a girl. Like, no offense, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but he just did, you know. He just did. That's a fact.
I'm pretty sure Edelman didn't appreciate him after every play stopping to fix his hair.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, let's get it. You know, Alexa, you're going to have to do something about that hair because that's just driving me crazy. I can just hear it, could you?
Yeah.
You know, that's driving me nuts. Seriously. No, he probably doesn't say seriously, but maybe he does. Yes, look at Steamsma. It was like 2 back-to-back games right there, 4 blocks again, even though he had very limited time in that game. Crazy. Cunningham hardly got to play. I think that's a huge problem in that game. Yeah. Helped the Wolves lose. Man, what a weird game. Yeah, I believe this was the game Barea had the concussion. He banged his head on the ground.
Yeah.
That wasn't good. Lou Amundsen only played 4 minutes at a -6. Yuck. Lee, same thing. 4 minutes, -6. Probably played the last 4 minutes of the game, but 99% chance there.
When
that is what it was.
Been in there way before then.
Yeah, and that is what it was. Lee is he's a factor. He was a factor tonight, actually.
Oh yeah,
in that fourth quarter, he was good. Not spectacular, but good. The guy that absolutely has carried the Wolves, though, in a lot of ways, I think he's kind of the best player right now in terms of overall offense, defense, passing, everything, changing people's shots. Is Andre AK-47, Andre Kirilenko. What do you believe? What do you think about that statement? That Andre Kirilenko is probably the best player on the team right now.
Oh,
I got to think the first 6 games
after this injury. I mean, I would say that anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean versus Budinger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's more valuable than Budinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Pekovic's stupid baby hook shot is giving me shades of.
Yeah, he needs to start dunking that ball or going up with 2 hands.
I hate that. Guys like with that much force and post-up ability, and they continue to force up the baby hook shot, and that drove me nuts about L. I loved L. Jefferson, but I hated the baby hook shot.
Yeah.
You're strong, use it.
Yeah.
Baby hooks are for the Russian Osterviches of the world, the skinny, wimpy centers that don't like contact. That's what the baby hook shot is, at least in my eyes. Pekovic, come on.
You gotta be graceful.
Yeah. Power your way to the basket the way you did last year. I hate baby hooks. God. Come on, Pekovic. Just come on. Just please stop doing that baby hook.
Break an arm.
He could.
Someone's arm if they try to block you.
He could. Only, you know, he's not going to block anybody, so break the guy's arm, you know. He doesn't block anybody. Like, he'll get a block here and there just because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not the worst defender you've ever seen, but he sure ain't the best.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. Oh. And Derek Williams has been as mediocre as ever. Oh boy! So let's just get off that Toronto game. But Derek Williams with a 9 and 8. That's kind of who he is right now, I think. But then the game of this whole podcast, because the Orlando game was kind of too easy and kind of ugly and kind of blah. But you'd think after getting killed in Canada, in Air Canada Centre, or whatever it is in Toronto, Ontario, Timberwolves head to Brooklyn and give the Nets their first loss in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That fourth quarter was something of legends because the Wolves were getting obliterated. They were getting sent to... They were getting, they looked like a team that was tired because they just got hammered by a Toronto, let's call them Detroit, Toronto team that, that's improving but not that great, but kicked the Wolves' butts, made us look like we're undermanned and not ready to be serious. Yeah. And Brooklyn was doing the same thing. And something happened in that fourth quarter. A star wolf was born. All 10 of Alexei Shved's points were scored in that fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. A wolf star was born. Yep, go ahead.
I have to say, this is the first time in years where in what looked to be a blowout game, I didn't change the channel.
Yeah, because you could just sense something, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you are the forecaster.
Usually, all the meetings about 20. Let me see what else is on.
Yeah, like, is there a little, let's go to this ID channel, stuff like that. No ID.
The hustle I was seeing from Cunningham, I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, Cunningham.
Yeah.
He played really...
He might win this.
There's something special about that second unit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Steamsma, Shved, Budinger, Cunningham, and, believe it or not, Juan Jose Barea. Yeah. As much as a wonderful facilitator Roy is, he's someday, you get the Shved in there. That he may be or not might be. It looks like he's one of those closer types potentially. He played a hell of a lot tonight, but Shved only played like 17 minutes in that, and almost 18, I guess, against Brooklyn, and boy was he unbelievable. Kirilenko, again, the overall MVP of the game, I think, in my opinion. But Shved, the hero. Budinger was clutch as well, hitting... He's been actually on the clutch side this year.
Yeah, I think it was Kirilenko and Cunningham.
Cunningham was just awesome.
They were both going after the ball.
That's the key, forcing those turnovers. Kirilenko had 4. How many blocks did he have?
4.
That's right, 4
blocks.
4 blocks. And I said 4 again. There we go. Yep, he had 4 blocks. We had to make sure we had to say it 4 times just because it was that. Yeah, it was awesome. Cunningham adding 2 steals and 2 blocks in that game, and 11 and 11 effort as well. The points and rebounding, of course. Dante Cunningham is about as good of a second teamer as we will find in the league right now. Yeah. He is spectacular. How can anybody not like Cunningham? The guy is a stud, isn't he?
Definitely. We came out ahead in that trade.
Oh, God, yeah. Wayne Ellington. Now who's that again? He's 11th guy, pretty much.
By the way, in that game,
not that I hate him.
Was horrible.
Huh? Oh, the Brooklyn game? Yeah.
The rest was horrible. Especially when there should have been a technical foul on, I just know him as Mr. Kardashian right now. Chris Humphries. Chris Humphries. Where he got a little frustrated and swung and hit Cunningham in the face. After Cunningham stole the ball from him.
He got no
right there. Yeah, the ref was right there. Cunningham's headband came off.
They just ignored it, the ref?
Yeah, that should have been
the hell.
You can't do that.
No, that's absolutely attack. He can't be making contact like that. Deliberate contact, you might add.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Then in the replays, you clearly see it. Cunningham looked at him, kept his cool.
Good for Cunningham there that he didn't let that become anything. Yeah, you look at Chris Humphries' line for that game. I advise the listeners, if you're curious, just go to Yahoo Sports or whatever, the game log, go click on the box score for that game and look at Chris Humphries.
Yeah.
That's all we got to say about that.
And if anyone has Humphries on their fantasy team,
ouch.
Yeah. Look to your waivers.
My God, yeah. $12 million a year. And that was not a game that he earned that salary.
Oh, no.
2 field goal attempts, ladies and gentlemen. 2!
Yeah, and he knew it. He knew it.
Yeah, I can imagine the frustration, guys.
Yeah, that's why he hit Cunningham.
You get guys like Kirilenko and Cunningham on Chris Humphries. I can understand a little frustration there. Then he barely even got to even get a shot off in the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he got his ass handed to him in a big way. Oh, he got his ass handed to him. And you know what's really funny? The salaries, you combine Cunningham and Kirilenko together, they equal Chris Humphries' salary. $10 million a year for Kirilenko, 2 for Cunningham, 12 for Humphries. Well, there you go. I think the Kirilenko and Cunningham won just by a little margin there, about 30-2.
I mean, even Lopez.
Brooke, who? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, he was forcing up shots like crazy. He just couldn't move. He couldn't move Peck.
Peck, yeah. See, Peck has that physical side of defense. He's not gonna. He doesn't have the weak side. He just has that in your face type of defense.
Yeah.
Physical stuff that can get. Sometimes you get called for foul, sometimes you don't. Type of stuff.
Yeah.
He's not gonna block anyone's shots, but he is gonna be in your face a little bit. That's the good part about Peck's defense.
If you're a center who can't shoot, you're not going to make a shot.
You're dead. Yeah, that's where Peck's strength is. If you're a center that can shoot. Or you could do a little up and under type stuff, like certain skinny guy on the Bulls tonight. Yeah. That skinny guy with a very loud voice. Likes to scream a lot. Noah's Ark? Okay, I didn't say that. Yeah, that's his ark, isn't it? Yeah, Noah. We'll get to that later. I don't want to, but we'll get to it. I hated that game. Okay, the whole game was frustrating. But this game was spectacular. The Wolves pull off one of the great comebacks in Wolves history. 22-point gem. Sebastian Ball's chiming in saying, "Holy bleeping bleak, did you see the game? Wow, amazing." Sebastian jumps in again. Sebastian is very excited. Very cool to see him actually enjoying the Wolves action as much as he is. Because he's kind of new to the party here with the Wolves. And welcome aboard to you, Sebastian, saying, "Did you see that game? Wow, saw the highlights. What a game. Absolutely awesome." It was awesome. Mm-hmm. Where are we? Yes, sir. The Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. Wolves pulling off one of those great games, though. Great clutch play by Shved, especially. So I guess it's time to move on to the next game against Orlando. The Wolves win by a lot. They win. And that was about all we need to say about that. Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
90-75. We'll just briefly comb over it real quick. The Wednesday the 7th. This was the very first League Pass game of the year. Thank God again for that. This was a League Pass game, and I'm glad let's just say I'm really happy that it was because I was able to see it. Yeah, that was awesome. You just feel special when you have a game that a lot of people don't. Brendan Roy's 9 assists was one of the main things for me in terms of excitement. I mean, not the most exciting game in general, but very cool to see Brendan Roy picking up 9 assists in the game. The facilitator. Is that a nice nickname?
That was a really good game from Roy.
Yeah, he's a facilitator. Only 26 minutes, by the way. He's not gonna. I don't think you're ever gonna see 33 and up from Roy ever. Like the minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Like you're gonna see 26, and that's about it.
Double-digit scoring.
Yeah, that may never happen again, huh? Double-digit scoring from Roy is kind of a foreign thing right now, isn't it?
I wouldn't. I mean, I'll take it, but
yeah,
you don't really need it. But with the way he's playing, smart.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He's a facilitator. Everybody really played fairly well in the game. Cunningham getting minimal minutes, but luckily we didn't need him as much, so maybe just let him rest up for Indiana and such.
Oh, yeah, it was a blowout pretty much. So.
Mm-hmm. Really, guys like Ridnour, Ridnour was scorching the net in that game, hitting tons of mid-range shots and the three-pointers, those catch and shoots. It was good stuff. Orlando provided very little resistance, and we won. And that's about all there is, isn't it? I mean, that's about all there is to say. It was just a fun game. The biggest note of the game was mentioned. 9 assists from Ryan.
Minutes.
Pretty much. Just about it. Yeah, everybody did. Malcolm Lee got to play a little bit. Conroy got to play. Lou Amundsen got to play, and he did what he normally does. He turned the ball over a couple of times, got a couple of rebounds, and missed a shot. All right. There you go. All right. Oh, that's about it. The starters played like stars. in this game. It was nice to see the starters actually look good for what. Okay, anyhow. The starters actually look. I mean, the story of the year pretty much has been Andrei Kirilenko and the second team.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. I mean, Luke, no. Roy, facilitator, but not going to scorch anybody right now. Pakovich struggling. Steamsma, in a lot of ways, kind of outplaying him right now. I hate to say. And Derek Williams is what he is. He is what he is. He's not as good as Dante Cunningham, right now.
Yeah, it seems like right now we use Derek to just get the ball rolling. Comes in first, and that's it. We don't see him again.
Not much. We didn't see him at all tonight.
I wish we would have seen him, more of him towards the end.
Yeah, what the hell was that? I don't understand it. So then we head to Friday the 9th. That was yesterday. Minnesota defeating the Indiana Pacers.
Best game of the season.
That was good, wasn't it? 96-94. Timberwolves defeat the Pacers to get to 4-1. The first 3-game win streak in a while, and they win. Yes, sir. What I don't understand is how did George Hill get 29 points?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, was it because Luke Ridnour was on him? Yeah, probably. Luke Ridnour got destroyed by George Hill? Really?
Just like Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Kyle Lowry was awesome against everybody in that Wolves game, but George Hill at 29 points? Really? I didn't know he was capable of that.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he is.
Yeah.
You like him, huh?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
Ooh, talk about
That's
him
why
a
he's
little.
now the new starting point guard.
I guess, huh? Yeah, he beat out, what's-his-face? He beat out Aaron Collison.
Yeah.
Who's now a Dallas Maverick, by the way. He's, of course, destroyed DJ Augustine, who barely saw any minutes in the game and didn't do a all dang thing. All he did was miss shots, pretty much. Boy, their second... Outside of Gerald Green, who I think is okay, their second team not really exciting. Danny Granger's got a major issue with his knee right now. He's going to miss 3 months.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So no Danny Granger at all. I believe he had to have his knee drained, if I remember correctly. I was reading about it earlier. Well, I'm not sure the Pacers are going to be making that playoff run they did last year. Scaring the Miami Heat significantly in that second round. Almost beat them. Not looking good for them right now. But yes, talk about the final play in this game. Talk about that a little bit.
It was great. It was great. Well, the play before it was just a couple plays towards the end. It was just exciting. I thought we had the game until Peck missed a layup.
Yeah. Again?
That was
No.
pretty bad. From the angle, it looked like Hibbert might have got a finger on the ball. But no, it was just a missed layup. I don't know if Hibbert instilled some type of fear in Peck. Peck's so big, you got to rip that ball and dunk that thing. I mean, stop with the hooks.
Yeah.
Just dunk it.
Yeah, he's too much of an underneath guy. If he's a little bit more of that just aggressive style. Yeah. I mean, when he goes underneath, I suppose, if he can do that, if he can keep doing that up and under stuff that he did last year, he was kick-ass at it. But it's this...
sometimes you just got to dunk it. I mean, you're so strong, he's going to want to block you. It's like Shaq. It's like, if you try to block Shaq's dunks, I think you're going to break your arm.
Yeah, and I think Peck could do that, too.
Yeah.
He's as strong as there is.
Yeah.
He can bench about 400 pounds, I believe. That's pretty heavy. Yeah. He can bench like one of those commercial lawnmowers. He could bench one of them, pretty much. What the hell?
Yeah,
so
then Hill's crossover on Cunningham. Did a little dance with Cunningham and made the 3 to tie the game. I mean...
Like, you gotta be kidding.
I can appreciate that. That was a nice shot. I have to admit, that was a nice shot. And Cunningham didn't exactly fall. He didn't get his ankles broken. Stayed on him. But Hill was just... he made that shot.
He played an awesome game.
And at the end there, thank you so much, Gerald Green, for not keeping your eye on your guy. Bud just went in there, noticed that Green wasn't paying attention, ran towards the basket, laid it in.
And that was it.
Yeah.
It was like Chris Paul and Johnny Flynn, right? Or Johnny Flynn guarding Chris Paul on those Hornets games a couple years ago.
I was thinking we could not go into overtime.
Yeah.
We cannot go into overtime because Hill was feeling it.
Oh, was he ever?
He would have just scored, and that would have been it.
What the hell?
Yeah, if we would have went into overtime, I think that would have been a loss for us. But thanks to Green's inexperience.
Or just lack of focus. Yeah, just for whatever reason, he just got caught sleeping.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go with the old classic sports terms, he got caught sleeping. Yeah. Johnny, just like Flynn, the way was it Chris Paul backdoored him like two times in a row?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like, you gotta be kidding.
Oh.
The 2 times the Wolves played the Hornets that year, and there was 2 games in a row within a couple of weeks. Chris Paul backdoored him on the final play of the game, and the Wolves had lost by 2 in both games. It's like, come on, man! That's Johnny Flynn at his finest.
Yep. Enjoy him. Enjoy him.
Yes, guys out there, all of our buddies out there in Australia. We love you guys. We do, sincerely. We sincerely love you guys. As I mentioned, the Courtside Podcast. Yep, of course, absolutely awesome show, and of course another awesome show, that basketball show. We love you guys out there. We do. Pumpa and Train. That's right, Pumpa and Train. You guys are spectacular. Great show. Very funny, very fun, and he had some nice songs a couple times. Pumpa, obviously, a very good singer as well. That's a really, he's good at making like comedy type, NBA related comedy songs. Very cool the way he pieces them together. Hasn't done one recently, but I guess we're shouting out to you. Make another one, Pumpa. Come on. You got to come up with something funny here. Maybe Lakers related or something. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure there will be. Yeah, I gotta get around to. Yeah, they just released a show. I didn't listen. Yeah, I gotta get around to it. Been stuck with a stupid lawn service lately. It's just one of those things. So yes, Pumpa is a Golden State Warriors fan. V-Train is a Laker fan. And the very first That Basketball Show game took place last night, and unfortunately the Lakers, and Bernie Bickerstaff's temporary coaching stint got a win. Let's just throw that there. Just think of throwing that in there. I don't want to go through the show and not shout out to That Basketball Show. It is awesome. You look like you got something on your mind there.
Oh, no, just noticed the...
Spurs in Portland?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beauty. That is a beauty.
Man, I want us to stay on top.
Yeah,
I like this.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, now I know why you're really concerned with the Spurs. The Wolves and the Spurs were 4-1 coming into tonight.
Yeah.
Wolves are now 4-2, and Portland making a valiant effort to try to beat the Spurs right now as we speak.
Yeah, it might be without Matthews.
Maybe. Oh, that's right, because Matthews is a back injury.
Much,
that's why you're freaking out when you saw that.
Yeah, just like us. I mean, we lose Eric Bud.
Man, yeah.
They lose Matthews.
That's tough to swallow. Pumpa's club is going against the Denver Nuggets right now. That's a good game as well. That's a pretty cool, fun effort. That's a 1-point game, second quarter, I assume. Yep. Curious about the... Well, that game's still got a long way to go. Spurs on a big run right now in the fourth quarter. A 14-0 fourth quarter for the Spurs so far. Okay, anyhow, that's not going well. Yeah, about that. Yeah, how about those Wolves against the Spurs tonight? Yeah. That didn't look too good. Holy cow, that changed dramatically. So, yes, brings us to tonight's game, Saturday, the 10th of November, 87-80. Chicago defeats the Wolves in United Center, if I believe it's still called that. Yes. There's the house that Michael built, I would have to think. If Michael didn't build that place, who did? Seriously. Michael Jordan built United Center. Just like David Stern and Michael Jordan. Yeah, Michael Jordan made David Stern's career look a lot better, too. Yes, he did. And everybody else. Oh... Yeah, I don't know. This is just one of those games. You could kind of feel it the whole way. It's just,
Yeah, if you won this, it could be a long, grinding game.
Yeah, kind of like the Pacer game in a way. Yeah. Kind of, Wasn't going to be the sexy, high-scoring game. This was a defensive battle. The whole key here that you've been noticing, there's a trend.
Back
up. Go ahead. Yes?
Did you hear what you just said?
What was that?
A defensive battle.
That's right.
With the Wolves involved.
That's right. That's just what I was getting into. But I'm glad you cut into me there. That's actually good job there.
You don't hear that all the time.
No, you don't.
At all.
No. Remember how we used to say, like, yeah, we gave up 120 tonight.
Yeah.
And 140 to 100, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. All the time you heard that when Casey was coaching.
Yeah, he's a damn good defensive coach, but no offense whatsoever.
The rotations.
Ugh, and the rotations made us wonder.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the time. I'll just briefly throw this in just because that's just how we are, right?
Yeah.
I come to hang out with you. This is the early days of NBA 2K. Not really early, but kind of early, like 2K7 or so. I come to your apartment, right? And you're like, I fired Casey. The first thing you said when you opened the door, I fired Casey.
Yeah, first thing. He's got to go. Just the way Kobe felt about Mike Brown, he's got to go.
You're like, yeah, I fired Casey.
First thing I could do.
Just think about it, though. You open the door, and you're like, I fired Casey. I'm sorry, but I still 5-6 years, whatever it's been. I still can laugh at that like really immediately.
I mean, the rotations. I mean, the defense was great.
But
it's just his rotations. It just made no sense.
Mm-hmm. The only guy who was worse was Whitman with the rotations, but they didn't make any sense at the time. Yeah. I hope he does better in Toronto.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Whitman's worse, but yet he's a coach.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Which one's a coach?
Whitman.
Oh, I can't believe he's a starting coach. He's still a coach today. Yeah, starting. What am I saying? A full-time, not interim. Ouch. So yeah, like you cut in and wisely cut in. That was good. The Wolves are the first 6 games this season have been a very strong defensive team.
Yeah,
I didn't say that, did I? Cunningham and Kirilenko are huge factors. Stiemsma as well. Excuse me.
Yeah. Who should have been in the game towards the end there.
He did not get any playing time tonight.
Because, Noah was taking advantage of Peck. Mm-hmm. And we needed stops.
I mean, Stiemsma wasn't very good tonight, but still, I mean, Peck wasn't good. I guess he did put up good numbers.
But towards the end there.
Yeah, defensive liability. His baby hook drives me nuts, but they rattled in tonight more than other nights. Seemed like he missed a lot of crucial shots. That's the word I was looking for down the stretch. But he was all right.
Yeah, there was definitely some hacking going on.
Oh, big time. I mean, this whole game, it was a very chippy game. Lots of calls, lots of non-calls, just a lot going on. A lot of frustration in this game in a lot of ways. Ridnour's shot selection, boy, oh boy, you talk about frustrating. I don't think either of us can stand Ridnour as a full-time point guard. Oh
no.
I remember last year though, it was weird when Rubio first went out. He was racking up assists Rubio style, like 12 assists and stuff. It was weird. He was actually awesome at it, but when Ridnour was a shooting guard, it was like, whoa, he's a really valuable player.
Yeah, the shooting guard,
because he's off the ball, right? That's the biggest key of the whole thing. He is not in control of the offense. When Ridnour is not in control of the offense, he's pretty good. Wow. Yeah, he's pretty damn good when he's not in control of the offense. But when he's in control of the offense, it's just like this first year here when we were like crying and screaming.
Right back to that.
Where are you, Ricky Rubio? Oh, please, I can't wait. Oh, Lord, heal that knee as fast as possible, please. Please.
Or Boreas.
And Boreas out with a mid-foot sprain. It never ends, does it? He conked his head on the floor in the Toronto game. Now you got a mid-foot sprain with Borea? Oh, come on, man. I can't take any more. He was actually playing some kick-ass basketball this year.
Yeah,
like we were talking about. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah,
awesome.
Just Ridnour.
He was terrible tonight. I can't stress how bad he was. Yeah, he only had 1 turnover, but the 4 of 12 felt like 4 of 20. The shot selection, God almighty, bad decision making and late on his passes. He missed.
Oh yeah.
He missed guys that were, if he would have led them maybe like a half second earlier, it's a dunk.
We could have won this game.
Yeah, very easily. I mean, he only got 3 assists in this game. Now, I know you're playing the Bulls, are about as good a defensive team as there is, but still. if Ridnour could have led some guys a little bit better on some of those quote-unquote semi-breaks, there would have been dunks. Instead, he gets the ball to a guy, was it Derek Williams or so? I believe Derek Williams on one play, where by the time he got the ball, it's like there's two Bulls just flanked over him, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it though?
Yeah.
Draped over him. That's the word I was trying to say, but same, similar, I guess. Just draped over him, and yeah.
What I mostly like about this is we're a better team than the Bulls.
Well, yeah, at least without Rose, yeah, at minimum. Right now, yeah.
I mean, we're missing Love.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
JJ. Now Chase
and
Rubio.
And Rubio.
We
were missing 2 stars. They're missing 1 megastar.
Yeah,
but still, we're missing. Well, Love is a megastar with his 26 points a game. Yeah. Rubio, who knows how good he's going to be long term? Who knows? He really might have one of those careers.
We're missing 2 stars and 2 starters.
Yeah. And a very valuable backup.
Yeah, and we could have won this. Now we've been winning.
Mm-hmm. And we've been winning. We are very deep. And Shved was better tonight than his stat line indicates, yet at the same time, he still filled the stats, to be honest with you. He still did. His shooting percentage was not that good, nor was anybody else's, except for Peck's.
And he's doing the...
Or Cunningham. He was good.
Who else was doing that a lot? I think it was Flynn.
Who was that?
Jump in the air, then look for a pass.
Oh, do you mean Ridnour?
No, Stretch.
Oh, he was doing that. Yeah, yes.
He would jump a lot. Like a tall.
Yep.
What are you jumping for?
Yeah, what are you? You're not supposed to, really.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to jump and pass. It's just one of those...
He got caught for that. Luau Deng stole the ball when you saw it coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and Ridnour, remember the play? He just kept dribbling and running around, and then stepped out of bounds. You just don't. That was a Ramon Sessions type of play.
Yeah.
Remember that? He's like, he had the ball and stepped out of bounds. He just stepped out of bounds. That's
it was just a couple of boneheaded. Like I said, even if you would have had J.J. Barrera, we would have won that. Mm-hmm. We would have won this game.
And on that one play with Ridnour, like I mentioned, not to keep on the same one damn play, but it was another situation where if he would have passed the ball like a split second earlier, it would have been a dunk.
It was obvious.
And instead he's doing like figure eights around everybody and then stepped out of bounds. God, blankety blanketers. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Cunningham was kick-ass tonight, though. Wasn't he? All those mid-range shots.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I do like his shot.
He's got a nice mid-range shot.
It's not one of those shots to make you cringe. Like, okay, what is he doing?
Is he going to go? Oh, it went in. Yes.
He has a shot. Yes. It was a nice mid-range shot. And something I didn't notice until now.
Yep, I just saw those eyes light up. What is it?
0 for 10 for Williams.
Yeah. That's why he wasn't playing in the fourth quarter. He just was, he was terrible.
I don't know if I'm thinking of last game where he was making the shots.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Do we put the bus label on? I don't know. We're headed. And he wants it. I think he wants it, doesn't he? I don't want him to have it, but I think he wants it.
Well, I think right now he wants the trade value to go up.
Huh?
He wants the trade value to go up.
Yeah, because his role will be better somewhere else, potentially. Yeah. For a team that wants him really bad, maybe, if such a thing exists.
But right now, we might have to trade him for a shooting guard, because if Chase is injured badly, we can't afford to miss him for a couple games. While JJ is injured, because I don't know if we want Malcolm Lee playing backup shooting guard with Shred starting, and then we got Conroy as a backup point guard.
Yeah, we're really starting to dig deep here, aren't we?
Yeah.
These kind of emphasis. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to emphasize this right away, right here. I am sick of these injuries. Aren't you? Yeah. I mean, how can you not be? This is just, boy, we are.
Yeah, it looks like we. I mean, I want Williams to work out, but we might have to package Williams with. I'm not sure how Roy's contract is, if he is injured. Maybe he's a $5 million expiring.
Oh man, really? Deal out Brendan. Oh yeah, because Roy. Yeah, of course. Injured. That's the other thing we didn't even talk about yet. Was that in the Indy game? I believe.
Yeah.
For some reason I missed the actual play where it happened. Like what?
Oh,
what happened
I thought he was
exactly?
sitting on the bench. I didn't actually see
anything actually happen.
Yeah, any replays on it or anything. He just went to locker room.
And it is knee related. That's the best part. Yep. It just never ends, does it?
Yeah. So we definitely need a shooting guard right now. And I was on the Crawford bandwagon.
Jamal, yeah. Wow. That one, yeah.
That would have been nice.
A lot of us came out with the whole deal. Well, it's like, well, Jamal's a gunner, and you got Roy, who's apparently a facilitator. So it's going in two completely different directions when you talk about those two guys. But man, Jamal Crawford is tearing it up big time in Clipperland, in Flop City.
Yeah,
he is ripping that place to shreds. He's gunner or not, he's just those bullets are hitting their targets. You know what I'm saying? Just to use a gun term. Okay, sorry if that's I'm not against that. Okay, anyhow, it's that son of a gun. I am just those bullets are hitting the targets. That Jamal Crawford, he is a beast. He really is. So now, speaking of knee injuries, here we go again. To quote a phrase from Ronald Reagan, there you go again. Another knee injury. And we don't know exactly what it is. It's a twisted knee, according to the Kent Youngblood and others among the Wolves. The media surrounding the Wolves will say. It's getting... it's really fun, isn't it? Another injury, Mr. Forecaster, another one. And it was weird looking. You just see him kind of get tangled up a little bit, and next thing you know, he's just kind of flopping on the ground like, okay, that hurt a little bit. He didn't look like he was hurt at first. The next thing you know, he's draped over two guys carrying him away. Great. That's not the scene you like to see, is it?
Oh, no. Well, so, when we saw that, it was like, oh, not this.
Please not like ACL or something. I mean, it's possible. Apparently, according to Kent Youngblood, he said X-ray normal. What that doesn't? That's I don't know. His terminology a little funky there. Wouldn't you normally want to say like X-ray negative?
Yeah.
Instead of X-ray normal. It's normal. So hopefully that sounds good. Because I guess your tendons aren't normally torn, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's not good. If he's missing any time.
Yeah. It's like sorry to laugh at any type of injury or just the thought of another another man down per se. Oh my God, no, please.
I mean, if anything, now, hey, Shred is a starter. He's a starter now.
Are you sure? Yeah, I guess if Roy doesn't play, yeah.
Well, if Roy, he was there tonight and he didn't play. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Shved's going to get a ton of minutes. He got 26 tonight.
Yeah.
Regardless. Yeah. I mean, he deserves them.
Yeah.
I remember not that long ago, people were talking about Shved's probably not going to see the light of day coming into the year, and maybe gradually you'll get, because he's just a rookie, and he's one of those guys. If he was so good, he would have been drafted. That's what was the attitude by a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, we're not included in that category. We were more of let's wait and see kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe he will be good right away. He is a factor now. He's a factor now, not 2 years from now. Yeah. He already is. Just wait till he has a tiny bit of muscle. Hopefully he does. Dang it.
I think we definitely need Roy to play. Because actually, I wouldn't want to use Shred. Because if we have Shred and Ridnar playing, I mean, we're not going to get any production, points coming from Lee. Well, actually, after tonight's game,
he was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked the way he was playing tonight.
He was very solid. He drew and he blocked another shot. I mean, that's about as good as you're going to get from a guy who's 6'3".
Yeah, I mean, what is he getting?
He's a shot blocker, man.
A block shot every time he plays over 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yes, he does. That's the funny part. He does. That's what I would say. And he's probably the second best shot blocker on the team. Maybe. I mean, I should be careful because we have Kirilenko now. I'm used to not having Kirilenko. And, of course, the designated shot blocker is a fellow by the name of Steamboat. Yeah, that guy. Who didn't? Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, or a lot of guys played very poorly tonight. Sadly, Ridnar played poorly. Steamy did not have a good game, and nor did Derek. He was terrible. Oh, and I got to mention this real quick before we kind of end the Wolves conversation, or per se. Derek Williams last night had 1 rebound. This guy needs to rebound the basketball. And the whole team's rebounding is not very good. And I understand you think, oh, well, we all rely on Kevin Love. Without Kevin Love, we're not going to get any rebounds. But here's the thing. You would think a guy, of Kevin Love's stature getting all those rebounds and stuff, if he's out, you would think somebody's going to pick up the slack a little bit because Love probably stole rebounds away from teammates a few times, as you probably noticed.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, like you actually brought it up before I did because you're the forecaster, yes. You'd think there'd be some type of, you would think there'd be some type, what the hell, man? There'd be some type of increase in the rebounding category from somebody on this roster.
Yeah, and Love is a power forward.
Yeah, Love is a power forward, and you expect a lot of rebounds from him. Derek Williams is a power forward.
You expect more rebounds from your center.
Yeah, Pekovic gets about 7 rebounds a game. He's Brook Lopez-like. Come on, man. Get the rebound. And I understand he's not the most athletic guy, but when you got legs like redwood trees and arms like oak trees, get the rebound.
Well, the problem is you got guys jumping higher than him.
That's part of it.
I mean, last season he would dunk, and I thought that, he lost weight, gained muscle. Mm-hmm. Hey, you man, get,
he's not the longest guy.
Inches left, on his vertical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, jump a little higher. But it's not happening.
Yeah, it's not. He's kind of like I guess when they call it, if you want to call him a tree trucker, I guess he is a tree because he doesn't get off the ground. For whatever reason, and then Derek Williams, 1 bleeping rebound, man, in 27 minutes. Yeah. 1 rebound.
That's why I was
come on.
Excited for a Whiteside.
Oh, yeah.
That guy with long arms. After I thought Steensma wasn't that great because of preseason.
Yeah. And he didn't have much of, and it's not really, the rebounding is not really his thing.
Yeah.
Not saying he shouldn't be, because why not? You're not a starting center, but you're a center. You're supposed to get some rebounds, but these guys do not rebound at all. Kirilenko occasionally will get a double-double, and so will Dante Cunningham, who those 2 guys are like the 2 best players pretty much, in a lot of ways. For their money, they're really earning their paycheck.
Yeah.
And Andre Kirilenko at $10 million a year is earning his paycheck. And that's crazy to say, isn't it? He's that good. Yeah. Dante's like the best deal in the league. Holy cow. Yeah. He's the bargain of the century. Oh, man, he is awesome. Outside of maybe like a Kyrie Irving because he's still in his rookie contract, but, being as good as he is. But, man alive, it's this guy, a son of a gun. Oh, boy. But the lack of rebounding has been a huge problem, yet we're still 4-2. and that's after tonight's loss. We're still 4-2 with the lack of rebounding, and a lot of guys just, the 3-point shot kind of being a foreign item for the most part. Outside of Luke Ridnour here and there getting hot. Not tonight, by the way. But
Chase was 4 of 6. I mean, he's playing great.
Mm-hmm. Before the injury, yeah. Twisted knee, yeah.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for
18-point game.
Even Chase getting injured, they would have had Chase for the whole game.
Who knows?
Yeah, I think we could have won that game.
It's possible, and of course, a little better point guard play. Shved has just been spectacular. His passing is awesome. I gotta emphasize that. The way he kind of wraps around. He's not fancy. He's not fancy like Rubio, but the way he times his passes and the angles he has on his passes, like he angles them perfectly. Yeah. And that's awesome for a guy who's just getting into the NBA right now. It's pretty cool. The guy angles his passes perfect, doesn't he? Or I mean, not perfect, but I shouldn't say that. I got to be quiet about that. But he angles his passes. Like he leads people perfectly. There, I said a word again. Wonderfully. There we go. I shouldn't say perfect. That's a very dangerous word. Wonderfully. I'm very impressed. Oh, yeah. It's like, you're like, Joey, are you done yet? No. What?
I'm impressed with him, too.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy with Alexei. He's as advertised on steroids. Still keeping up with that Portland game. We got a 106-107 game. Jazz kill Phoenix. Oh, do you want to do a little NBA roundup? What's that? You want to do a little NBA roundup? Little brief NBA roundup. We got the look at this live air stuff. Oh man, we're doing well. We're doing a little bit of live. Oh, what the hell? Batum with 30 points. But I guess we'll take it if we want to see the Spurs lose. So what's this talking about Wesley Matthews' back injury? He's back in the game.
What?
Okay, well, I guess he's okay. Hey, man.
Damian making a three-pointer. Okay.
He's okay, and Damian Lillard is kick-ass, and so is, yeah. Look at us doing this random. I guess it's just part of who we are, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's important.
It is important. J.J. Hickson, jeez.
We do want to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah, we need certain teams to lose. Well, of course, watching Portland win isn't necessarily a good thing, though, because they're going to be one of those bubble teams, I think. They got a lot of talent in that young roster. Jeez, they do. Man, I love Damian Lillard.
We just want to keep one team down, you know.
Shout out to Tristan Mayer there. I love Damian Lillard. I love that guy. He is so good. He's slightly less athletic Chris Paul to me. He is just he's good. Man, he's my favorite rookie. Who's your favorite rookie? Yeah, or do you have one?
Don't forget that technically,
or do you
a
have
lot of guys from even Brooks, Marshawn Brooks is still the rookie.
Well, in a way, because they didn't play a full legit season. They played a lockout season, but look at you.
Hey.
Well, from this draft class, who's your favorite rookie from this draft class? How about that?
Beal.
Beal? Ooh, you like Beal. Yeah, I like him too. He's on the basketball fantasy team from Washington. I like him a lot.
It's definitely Lillard. I mean, I like Beal.
Lillard is awesome. God. He is everything I wanted Johnny Flynn to be.
Yeah.
I thought Flynn was going to be like that. Like, just awesome. Like, not, like a less athletic Chris Paul type. Just awesome player, and he wasn't even close. But thank God we have Rubio. That's all I got to say about that. Get that knee healthy. This is funny. We're kind of like keeping up with games that are still playing. Oh boy, it's funny how the Pacers got and win. They did what the Wolves did. They won the second game, and Paul George with a nice effort, 20-point game against Washington. Granted, it's Washington, but still. Charlotte beat Dallas tonight. The Charlotte Bobcats beat Dallas tonight. Kemba Walker exploding. Like, what the hell? Yeah, the Charlotte Bobcats look pretty good. I didn't say that. That's a rumor. I didn't really say that, did I? Well, they look good tonight anyway. Kemba Walker having the game probably of his career so far. 26 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Boy, goodness. And, okay. There's another anomaly showing up right here in his stat line. Look at this. You have to see it. You have to see that number. How many steals did he get?
That's incredible. 8.
That is incredible. Yeah, that's the reason the Hornets beat I just called them the Hornets again. The Charlotte Bobcats beat, and they should still be the Charlotte Hornets, by the way, but they beat the Dallas Mavericks. And that's amazing. Wow. No Nowitzki, of course. Vince Carter?
I'm surprised about Vince.
Yeah, a little renaissance going on with old Vinny. Very much so. O.J. Mayo played well in the game, too. Yes, he did. But Vince Carter has been having a little renaissance so far this year.
Done years ago.
Yeah, I've never been the biggest fan of the guy, but yeah, it seemed like he just his love for the game was like, okay, I shouldn't question that, but it seemed like he didn't have that spark though anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that he was a guy who would say, hey, in order for me to stay in the NBA, I got to change my game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some guys just refuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see, Kobe's obviously smart enough to say, "Hey, I gotta learn how to be more of a post player," And Vince has done that.
Mm-hmm.
He realized that you can't dunk it every time, so he's playing smart.
Mm-hmm. It's been good. It's been very good.
3 steals, 1 block, just 2 turnovers.
Yeah, it's
5 of 8 from 3.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't say dominant, but very strong game. And that's even in a loss. But still, Dallas has been very impressive. A lot of guys that you thought were either done or not that great are doing pretty good. I thought that wasn't going to be a good match over in Dallas, but they're doing pretty good so far this year. Losing to Charlotte isn't exactly going to win you any many PR battles, but still, Charlotte's improving. And Kemba Walker is a guy I was a huge fan of going into last season's draft, 2011 draft, and starting to show signs of something so far. Another guy, we didn't actually even get into this yet. We'll just get into it briefly, maybe wrap up the show with it. At least maybe we'll have a tiny Wolf take at the end, but we probably should head near the end here. This has been probably a monster show again, I'm sure. Monster good, we hope. We hope. By the way, give us a rating on iTunes if you could out there, guys. Please do give us a rating on iTunes. Rate us on iTunes. Give us, if you like the show, give us a nice rating. And if you're, you're welcome to say whatever you want. Give whatever rating you want. We hope it's for the best, though. Yes, sir. But James Harden. James Harden, when he went to Houston, we thought wasn't going to be. We thought that's probably not his. He's going to be playing out of his element. So far, it's been pretty damn amazing there. Yeah. Wow.
I think teams got his number now.
Yeah, maybe it was just a hot start, but he's going to catch up. You think? You think going to catch up to him?
Well, he doesn't. It's just like what they used to say about Jefferson. Love. Mm-hmm. Just a good player on a bad team.
Oh, there's that too. Yep.
Inflated.
The old Antoine Walker syndrome when he went to Atlanta. And averaged like 26 points a game for a little while there.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on here.
Glenn Big Dot Robinson, yep. That could be. They're not that bad, though.
No,
they're okay.
Just his numbers. His numbers are going down just because of that.
That's the funny part. Yeah, because, he's kind of come back to the pack briefly here. He's down to like 18 to 20 points or so. That's probably what he's going to be long term. Maybe he'll average 21, 22.
Yeah, teams now know that they don't really need to worry about the other guys scoring.
Mainly
him and Lynn.
Yeah. And Lynn isn't really a scorer. I think he's like a 12 points a game guy. Yeah. Lynn really got brought down to size big time. After he was averaging like 27 points a game for a little while there, remember? And everybody's acting like, oh my God, the Asian sensation,
I'm going to dream, but I can imagine how good the Wolves be with Harden.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
There it is. There's your starting
team right there, for sure.
That is a playoff super-duper contender, I think. Depending on how much we would have to give up to get him in a trade. But if Kevin Martin is all they needed. No, don't say that.
I don't say it.
Have to give up Rubio?
Oh, no.
Oh, keep him. Yeah, excuse me. Yes.
Rubio, Harden, AK,
oh, my God.
Peck.
Yeah, we wouldn't need Brandon. I'm sorry to say, but Brandon Roy would. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he'd be on the Warriors.
There's nothing we could have given them because they needed. They would have wanted a shooting guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's the thing. You can't just give up your star shooting guard and then say, sorry. Here's Luke Ridnour. Yeah, it's like, yeah, right. You love that.
Hey, you don't use him at point. But
Brandon Roy.
Use him as shooting guard.
Mm-hmm. Buttinger. Hey, there it is. Buttinger. Not that he's bad or anything, but I don't like Kevin Martin that much, but still, he's still a legit starting shooting guard. Everybody knows that. And Kevin Martin did what Harden's doing, kind of where he started off scoring like almost 30 a game, and then it's like, okay, he's a 20-point guy.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Harden will probably be about 22, I think, when he's really in his when he's in his prime. I think he's going to average about 22, 23. I think that's just my personal guess. This whole 45 foolishness, yeah, right. 12 assists, 37 points. It's like, no, you're just excited because you got a chance to be a star and you played against Detroit. No offense to Kalen King, but yeah, no. Detroit's not exactly the super team yet. They're developing, but they're not that there yet, I guess. And, of course, it was Harden's first game as the main guy, so, So, yeah, we're going to probably wrap up the actual NBA talk and all that, the game review type stuff. But real quick, though, I almost forgot. We have a call-in from Sebastian. Yeah, that's the Sebastian Ball's the same guy that calls into Purple Mafia a lot. And, of course, to do some posting on the Timberwolves Explosion page. We do appreciate that. And after the call, we'll get to some of the mentions as well on the Twitter account, the @Wolves Explosion, at Forecaster-TA. So, TE, I keep doing that. At Forecaster-TE. At Wolves Explosion, of course, because Timberwolves Explosion doesn't fit on Twitter. But yeah, as mentioned, there's a call-in from Sebastian Balls, and I will say this again. The call-in line is 209-736-7877. 209-736-7877. Don't be afraid to call in. We'd like to hear from you. So here he is, Sebastian Balls.
Hey, Joey. I'm calling in for Timberwolves Explosion for once. I can't believe we actually got a win. Got to see some of the highlights. Pretty good game. Just going to leave it at that. Pretty short phone call. Don't know too much to talk about. Don't know basketball all that well. Thought I'd give a call in. So thanks for letting me call. Bye.
And we thank you for that call-in, Sebastian. Thank you so very much. Yeah, guys out there, don't be afraid to call in, by the way. 209-736-7877. 209-736-7877. Apologize if the call came a little bit late, and I apologize to the mentions on Twitter by Vince and others out there. That was about the Brooklyn Nets game right there when he said, I can't believe we got a win. But it's funny how it's like, well, there's a song out there by Forecaster had to get this one for Sebastian right there. Oh, click it. Lowered expectations. Yep. Try it one more time. It's tough to do, but it's okay. Yeah, that's okay. We're not trying to necessarily have perfect audio there, but it's just, yeah, it's like lowered expectations. Surprised we got a win. No, okay, I'm just kidding. No, I would be surprised. I mean, I was surprised we got a win in that game, yeah. I mean,
in that situation, yeah.
And that's what Sebastian, man. We're just teasing you because it's like, wow, your expectations are so low for this team. Jeez, no. Yeah, I can understand that. We like 15 wins, 17 wins, all that stuff. We're scarred for life from those seasons. We didn't give the proper effort tonight. Ugh. How many times did we hear that? About 100?
Too many times.
About 100 times in 2 years at least. Yeah, Kurt Rambis. He's going to coach the Lakers, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Triangle offense.
Hey, if they can't get Phil, you got to get the next best thing.
Yeah. But no, yeah, thank you for that, Sebastian. Very cool to hear another voice on the show. A third voice. Thank you for that. I love... No, Sebastian's a good kid. Yeah, good guy. That was a fun game, and hey, welcome to the Timberwolves fandom. Welcome to the Timberwolves fandom. Now's the time to jump on board. So, sneak over to Twitter land here. Apologize it was so late to get to it, but it's okay. You know, no one's, I mean, as long as we get to it at some point, right? All kinds of stuff going on there. So, yes, sir, we are on the verge of talking Timberwolves basketball. Yes. Vince Germano with lots and lots to say. Man, this was a very active Twitter, actually, the last couple of weeks here. I'm going to try to get to as much as I can without saying too many. Scott Naroth was kind enough to retweet. We'll just mention this since he must be a listener. Kind enough to retweet our notification. Everybody saying the newest Timberwolves Explosion episode 84 was out. So just thanks, Scott, for that. We do appreciate that very much. Any and all listeners brought into the show, we appreciate every single one, whether it's 30 or 30,000. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Yeah.
You know, honest to God. So thank you for that. Hank McCoy telling us to listen to the new show. Yep, the courtside. Yes, sir. Hank McCoy at CRTSDE. Do give that a follow. Of course, Vince, VINROK 44. That's, of course, they're both members of that show. Vince, very active member, following our club, and we love. I got to post more on their Facebook page as well. I should. Dang it, I got to be nice here. He says he's going to download our latest and listen to our latest show as soon as he gets home. Marko Jaric. Yep, he loved what he talked about. Marko Jaric should be the number one. I forget how I worded that again. Oh, yeah, he's like the number one shooting guard. Yep. Yeah? Or number one point guard, was it? I can't remember what. Shooting guard, yep. He's like, he's better than. Because they did their top 10 shooting guards when we were joking about Marko Jaric should be number one. He loved that. He says, great show once again, fast becoming one of my favorite podcasts. Thank you. Thank you, Vince. We do appreciate that. And you know what?
You got great taste.
Yes, you do. And the Court Side's becoming one of my favorite podcasts, along with that basketball show, guys, out there, Pumpa and V-Train. Absolutely, just spectacular shows. Both of you guys do, or all of you guys, I should say, do so well. Tom Reed says, thanks, mate. You too listened to your podcast the other day. Enjoyed it. Looking forward to more Shved chat. And there's going to be a lot of Shved chat on this show. Yeah, but I was saying, nice to meet you, Tom. I shall check out your show. Have you heard mine? Yes, sir. Oh, my goodness. I need to listen.
I'm sure Shved's going to be the focus now that we have another injury on our team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. Yeah, you know, that something's going to happen. And, you know, what's wrong with me? I did not. Oh, I feel bad. I got to check out your show, Tom. I forgot. Because of my crazy busy schedule, I am going to get around to it, Tom. I do apologize. I'm just going to be honest. Shoot, I got to get around to that, like, now. So I apologize. I got to pronounce this correctly. Jariba Shagara says, suck bleep. So the S word. Lakers. Hope they drop their first 10. Yeah, they just about did, but now they nipped that in the bud as quick as they could. And, Jareba also kind enough to retweet the Timberwolves explosion thread, so we do appreciate that for episode number 84. Thank you very much. What's up? He's having fun there. Oh, yeah, you like the name? Yep. Yeah, it's cool. So thank you again for that. Vince, we're having a conversation about my two least favorite teams in the world. I wish they'd be sucked into the X zone. So those of you that may be Final Fantasy veterans, not after Final Fantasy VII, all before, 1 through 6, I think, are the best games ever, practically. But, yeah, and at Final Fantasy V, there's the bad guy of that game sucks people into the X zone, which is basically like somewhere else, another dimension. And we wish the Spurs and Thunders to have that type of fate. That'd be very nice, wouldn't it? Vince agreeing with my thought there. Yes, sir. We're all excited about the Timberwolves season. I was saying the forecasters in studio with me. And there it is, Vince Germano asking, will we see a tweet from the forecaster? Yes, sir. Will we see a tweet? And he has finally been tweeting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for tweeting. We do appreciate You give them a follow. What's up? So, yes, that was during this night of the season opener. Brent Veal, of course, Mr. Train, that being of the basketball show, saying easily have the best looking court in the NBA, that being Brooklyn Schmuckman. Yeah, they have a very cool court though. They do with all them double triangles. Okay, no diamonds. In that case, go Lakers. I forget what we're seeing here. I said yes. The forecaster's finally tweeting. Yep. So, yeah, he is finally tweeting. I see. Yep. And Brent talking about how, I'll just call it, Mr. Train saying where was it? He loves the different color wood about the Wolves court. He actually likes the Wolves court. Oh, we got the different colored wood. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. He says the Kings look crap, and they were crap. Tom Reed jumping in saying, thanks, mate. Lakers are going to be okay. They're teething the problems. Hopefully Rubio and Love can push you guys into the playoffs when they're back. Of course, Tom, also a Laker fan. Yes, sir. There are a lot of Laker fans that listen to this show, so they probably love that we talk about the Lakers a lot. I think they... So I guess we're going to... It's just one of those things. They're in the news a lot, and we're going to talk about it. That's just one of those things. Yep, he likes to, he wants us to keep going with the Lakers there, or not the Lakers, we're both hoping for the best out of our teams, health-wise and all that. Oh, boy, he says, your old boy Johnny Flynn's just signed a contract with the Melbourne Tigers and will be coming to Australia. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I say, can I say this? Oh, yeah, this is when he responded to me. I said, can I say this? Brandon Roy just isn't that good. He's slow, can hit a shot, and I hope he gets somewhat in gear soon if possible. And, yeah, I was mostly complaining about his scoring. But, yeah, he is a facilitator, and he's doing a good job of that. So I don't mean to rip on him too hard. Was I being too hard on him? No? Okay. John Flesta, there we go, says, the concern is that he played a good amount in the offseason, and I was hoping that was a good warm-up. We will see. So that was his response to the whole Brandon Roy situation. T-Wolves bandwagon retweets the whole thing about the Johnny Flynn is back. Yep, because it's interesting for us. It really is that whole conversation got out there. Hey, he's playing. Yeah. Tom Reed continuing saying, where were we? What was he responding? Oh, yep, to the whole, I was saying, wow, that's amazing. Flynn is now an Aussie, sort of. But thanks for the scoop, Tom. And he says, no, because I actually heard from Tom first about that. So it actually kind of happened right then, pretty much. He says, no probs. We'll be interested to see how he goes down here. Point guards from his mold occasionally get eaten up by the NBL game. So that's what it is, the NBL. Get some followers jumping in there. Tom Reed continuing, saying he's got more cuts than... Yeah, I was saying Johnny Flynn will get cut again. I was joking about that. Then Bear Grylls in the jungle. Oh, man. I think, I believe Vince responding to my whole Brandon Roy thing. He says maybe he needs to pick up the tempo. Hope he comes good. And now Vince bringing up the Johnny Flynn thing as well. That is a common thread here. Where were we? Jeez. Oh, yeah, my thoughts on Johnny Flynn. If he doesn't win our NBL MVP award, something is seriously wrong. And I say, trust me, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even make the team. The dude is borderline worthless.
Yeah.
And he says, wow. He says, yeah, I'm keeping track at work about the Laker game. Kobe's being more of a facilitator tonight. Am I right? That was during a game there. Here we go. This is the funny part that Vince jumps in about the Flynn thing. He says, got to say the news that Flynn has the joint buzzing. Can't wait to tell them what you tweeted about how I said I would be surprised if he got cut. What do you think?
He's going to get cut. I don't understand. I still don't. Maybe it's kind of like Hasselhoff being popular in other countries, and here he's.
Oh man, that's.
You sell CDs like crazy anywhere else.
Yeah, with it singing.
Yeah,
he really he sang.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing because Flynn here,
man, yeah, he's not going to make it in the NBA, is he?
Yeah.
Well, there's one.
I mean, if no one else knows what the NBL is, and you say, hey, we got Johnny Flynn's in the NBL, this would be like non-ballers league.
Oh, ouch! Oh man! Oh, they're not. Oh, you're so
mean. Is that too much?
Oh man! Oh, they're gonna beat us up. Oh, they're gonna beat us up. Like this Timberwolves. These guys are assholes. No,
well, seriously,
no, he's
Johnny
just having
Flynn,
fun. No.
Yeah, we're gonna give you guys a heads up. He's not. He's gonna make you mad. He's gonna anger you.
He is one annoying. He's anytime he looks like he's gonna drive to the basket and put up a floater, just playing. He's just going to clang it. And, I just wanted to kill him. Okay, that's really bad. But, yeah, I did. As a fan, I wanted to kill him, not as a person.
He might have some flashy passes, but defense, there's going to be no defense at all.
Oh, that's the biggest part.
At all.
Like the Chris Paul backdoors. They were literally a first grade, they were first grade type plays. Like, hey, bye-bye,
Yeah, he's not going to give you anything.
Yeah, no, Chris, he probably will do something, I'm sure, but still. Still. Even there, what if he's just as bad?
The fact that you even mentioned wins and his name in the same sentence, that's not gonna.
Oh, the kiss of death.
Gotta lower those expectations. Because that's.
Oh man,
it's not good.
Once you say wins, it's like, we're done.
Do that.
I was like, now I'm going to be the subject of ridicule when Flynn averages 30, and he's like, that you are, my friend.
I wouldn't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I mean, hey, we're here. We'll take it if they.
I don't want that.
No.
That says. I'm not even gonna go there.
As mean as we are, we don't want him to succeed, do we? Just because
we're mean, yeah.
We're mean.
We don't want him to be successful there.
Oh, that would be... It's funny because Marbury was in China, son of a gun.
Yeah, because as bad as he is here, even if he does turn it around, it's just going to make the league look bad.
Yeah.
Because he's so bad that if he does good, they'll be like, who's he playing against? What is going on here?
Yeah, what is going on here?
Children,
It's going to make the league look bad in a way. Yeah, that's what it is. We don't want the league to look bad over there.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that does make sense. Makes the league look bad. But if he gets shut down, then it's like, yep.
Yeah, that's what we expect. He should
like,
not be
he's
doing
done.
Good.
It's like, he's done. He's out of here. Ooh, so now we get more into Brown. Yeah, this is when we were wondering what the hell is up with this team and this Brown guy, this Mike Brown guy, who used to coach Cleveland. Yeah, he says, so Brown puts the ball in Kobe's hands, yet he didn't do it once while Nash was healthy. Am I missing something? You bring up a very valuable point, my friend, Vince. Oh, my goodness. It's like somebody there must have gotten to Mike Brown and couldn't come too soon. They were in trouble, and unfortunately, they're still in trouble. Because what the hell, Or, well, they were still in trouble. Now, not anymore.
No common sense.
They were in trouble. Excuse me. I called something
no
down.
Common sense was going on in his head.
It doesn't look like it. He says when Nash comes back, he's got to put the ball in his hands now. Surely, is Meeks injured? It's just that's a good question. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of like he never realized that Nash was on the team. Like, wait a minute, is that Nash?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah,
is it Rick Nash? Okay, I don't even know.
What are we doing here?
Yeah,
he should have the ball in his hands. What the?
That's you don't bring in Nash to have him just stand there. You give them the damn ball. You just
pass the ball half court. They go run around.
It just didn't. Yeah, I mean it was just an ongoing mystery to all of us across the world. I love this. Yep, Vince saying to both of us, both of our tweets, saying Derek Williams is stinking up the joint. Tom Reed continuing.
He will be repeating that tweet, but instead of Derek Williams, they'll say Johnny Flynn.
Yeah, yep. And it might say Williams again, too. But, yeah, he's like, Flynn is stinking up the joint, Tom Reed continuing, saying, if you guys have any questions about the NBL or Melbourne Tigers, DM me. Happy to help. And, yeah, we'll be in touch, Mr. Reed. Yes, we will. Where are we? Saying at least we got the W. I forget, what was I complaining about somewhere? Yeah, I was agreeing with him about it. Williams, clearly sucks. Chalk up another bust in the Con era. Ugh. But at least we got the win. I forget which game that must have been. I don't remember. It was it the... Oh, I think it was the Magic game. Yeah, it has to be. No? That was probably the Brooklyn game. Excuse me, that was the Brooklyn game. Yep, Monday. He says, every win you have with K-Love and Rubio is so vital. Yep, it's just, And that should read without K-Love. Yeah, every win you have without K-Love and Rubio. I was wondering there. Says, Joey, waiting on your new podcast, and here we are finally. Yep. Vince continuing saying, Johnny Flynn making his debut tonight for the Melbourne Tigers. That was on the 9th, a couple days ago. Yeah, I wonder, we got to check that out, don't we? Oh, we got to check that out. Oh, here it is. Tom Reed saying, check this out. P.S. Andrew Gaze is the greatest Tiger and Aussie basketball player of all time. Andrew Gaze. Well, there you go. What the... Whoa! He put a line through Gaze and wrote Flynn for number 10. Oh, man. Ouch. You guys really are believing in that Kobe guy, or that Flynn guy, aren't you?
The box score.
Problem is there is none. Oh. You're like, Joey, you got to put the box score up. Oh, man. Nobody tweeted us about it. I'm hurt. Great win by the Wolves today, says Vince Germano. That was the Indy game. Yes, that was a good win, wasn't it? Oh, that was a lot of fun. He says, good to see. Great record without Rubes and Love, and that we're playoff bound.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. You have any tweeted or may mention Air Bud there.
Top in the West.
Yeah.
Well,
we were. Yeah, we were. Oh, boy. Yep. And Katya Dimitra. Yes, sir. Katya Dimitra was kind enough to retweet what I had to say tonight, saying, every time Cunningham comes in, we start winning. Coincidence? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I mean, that is absolutely the truth, isn't it? Yes, sir. So there you go. That concludes the Twitter mentions and such. We got a few new followers along the way through, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. Thank you very much. Hopefully, if you can, bring in your friends if you can. More than welcome. I've been noticing a lot of guys seem to be friends with the Courtside and with of course Pumpa and Train and others. Thank you guys very much for joining, and thank you Pumpa, Train, and Courtside guys out there, Vince and Hank, for showing you guys about our show, showing you guys Timberwolves Explosion. Thank you very much, and we'd like to do the same for you as well. Of course, the Howlin' T-Wolf out there as well. Very exciting to be a part of that website now as well. Great articles about our club, the Wolves. So yeah, that's about wrap it up, eh? I sound like a Canadian now, don't I? Yeah, and yes, the Canadians like us as well, according to iTunes. I appreciate that. And strange though, iTunes, it's the weirdest thing ever. If you have to have the iTunes clicked on a region to see reviews about your show, isn't that strange? Yeah. But yes, when I clicked Canada, there was a guy out there that he couldn't have said anything nicer about our show. It was that cool.
It was pretty wholesome.
Yeah, it was awesome what he said though. Like how you don't even have to be a Wolves fan to like this show, and that's true. But we also want to cater to Wolves fans as well. We want to cater to all of you. We love our team. We absolutely bleed our team, but we also bleed the NBA as well. We're not afraid to talk about James Harden or Phil Jackson, Kobe, and Damian Lillard. The best. Yeah, that's the key. I'm enjoying it. Aren't you?
This is a good season.
This is fun
to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about, and we have 82 games, baby. No more of this like crazy stuff, and hopefully the injuries. That's the biggest key. Hopefully the injuries.
That needs to stop.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. It's horrifying. So with that, yes, that's the thing we could close the show with. Let's have less injuries, and let's get healthy sooner than later. And Chase Budinger, oh boy, hands folded.
Yeah.
Hope for the best here. The initial X-rays as of the recording of this show, well, Ken Youngblood said normal. So basically that means I guess he's okay for now. As for the MRI, well, that's the biggest key, I guess. That's coming. Gonna have to see.
We definitely need him.
He's been extremely valuable to this team. Extremely. He's not quite Kirilenko valuable, but he's in the mix. He's in that mix, big time. So yes, best of luck, Chase Budinger. If just so happen maybe if you're laying down in your bed and you got the iPod playing with this show, just in case, best of luck, buddy. We are hoping for the best, without a doubt. So again, thanks for listening to this show. Remember, Timberwolves Explosion, available on thesportstuff.com. And of course, it's always, if you happen to be listening on a computer, it's available on iTunes for iPods and Double Twist for Androids. There you go. There you go. Just simply look up the show. And thesportstuff.com has great shows like The Crossover. They talk about the Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, teams we talked about a little bit today, mostly Brooklyn, but yeah. So do give that a check out as well if you like your basketball talk. So thanks again for listening, and we will be back hopefully sooner rather than later.